Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Just want to give a fall update on the garden. Let me just show you this beautiful tree that blocks my sunlight, but it's okay. It's pretty. All the leaves have changed. But anyway, so let's start off. This is my last San Marzano that was planted. As you can see, it still has a ton of tomatoes on it that have not ripened yet. These are, and they're huge. These are the biggest out of all the 3 San Marzanos I planted. This one has had the biggest tomatoes. And there's actually, I just noticed this little one. Like there's one actually still growing. So the day I'm filming this is November the 1st, and it's about 75 degrees, which is crazy for where I live, zone 7A, I think. I think I'm 7A. So it's just crazy. Like, I'm just gonna let them keep growing. I've been trying to prune, like I need to prune these kind of dying leaves down here, but I'm just letting it go. I mentioned in my last video, like we don't really get a ton of frost like right here because we're very densely populated, and I'm on the balcony, so the things are close to the building. This is one of the other San Marzanos. This is the one that I pruned, and it had a lot of blossom end rot. Tomatoes are still growing here. It's just been tricky because of the way it's grown. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's very lopsided, so all the weight is just down on this one branch. So it's pretty heavy and I've kind of like stuffed that inside the counterweight. I have these rocks here as a counterweight so it doesn't tip over. So yeah, if I do hear of the first frost coming, I think I will pick all the tomatoes off of these, but for now I'm just gonna let it go. The carrots that I kind of transplanted from the other pot are still in here. Let's go ahead and pull one now. Let's try to get this one. I haven't pulled any. Let's see if they're a little bigger than the other ones were. No. It's longer but skinnier. That's interesting. Let's do one more. I feel like there's one on this side. It's so hard now with the tomatoes. Oh, that's actually this one. It was going across. So we're gonna pull this one. I'm trying to, okay, here we go. It doesn't feel like there's anything there. I'm not gonna pull that one. It felt like nothing. So let's try this one. I think the same, but we'll see. A little carrot ball. All right. They're like complete opposites, but it's okay. There's still 1, 2, 3 more. I'll leave those until the next update, and I'll pull them with you guys. Have our ambulance coming through. I mentioned before I live down the street from the fire station, so I get a lot of fire trucks and ambulance calls, and the police station's also nearby as well. So I'm very safe, but it can be noisy. Anyway, this is the petunias and the lone marigold that kind of popped down there. They're still growing. Oh, this one can go. So I'm just kind of letting them be. I think there's one right there about to come up. Just letting it be. They were dollar store seeds. These were the marigolds, and the one zinnia popped in there. I am gonna just pull all of these marigolds up now. I think they've lived their life. The roots, well, I guess I'll have to do that off camera. This actually looks like something's growing down in there now. Yeah, so I'll do that after this update, I'm gonna pull all that. I think I'll just leave the zinnia for now. And then up in the raised bed, I have broccoli that I planted. I think I planted this broccoli maybe a week or two ago. I think it's broccoli, could be cauliflower, but I'm pretty sure it was broccoli. This is definitely broccoli. I planted probably like a month ago. I thought it was dying, but it looks like it's making a little surge. These beets never grew. Let's pull those up. I think the issue is the roots, and this was a volunteer zinnia. I think the soil, like, oh, I think that was one of the first broccoli plants. Can you see that little nub? That was one of the first broccoli I had planted earlier, and I think something either bit it off or it just didn't grow, but there it is. I was saying, I think the problem in here, the roots from the zinnia and the homestead tomato are just like overwhelming the soil. It's really thick, and yeah, like if I just dig, like it's just roots. So I don't think it's a good environment for other things to grow. Like you can see, there's just roots on roots on roots on roots in there. So I think nothing is really going to be able to grow. That's my theory anyway. If you know, have another reason, just let me know down in the comments. Here's my green pepper that was never taken out of the pot. This is the only green pepper that actually grew. I'm just letting it go. I have this rock in here because this pot tends to tip over. Here's the homestead drying up. I'm gonna pull these last 3 tomatoes off of it today and kind of pull it out to the best I can without disturbing too much of the bed. Also, the zinnia is getting pulled out today, if I didn't say that already. This cabbage, this is like my about 6-month-old cabbage. I'm just letting it grow. I have no plans, no expectations that it'll be like an edible cabbage, but it's cute and it's my first cabbage, so I'm just gonna let it grow. But now I know it's probably not the best idea to try to go crab cabbage in this raised bed. So another lesson learned. This was the zinnia, another zinnia. I had tore off all the branches and things. Here's the other green pepper. Got a funky shape to it. I'm just letting it go. That meant that I said I was gonna pull up. Never did. It's still there. It doesn't look like it's really spread, like it hasn't spread. So I'm just gonna let it be. Here's the other cabbage. I'm actually gonna pull that up right now. I'll save some more of that soil later. I don't know what this is. Other green pepper. I pulled that one up a few days ago. There was one there, but this is the other one that's still sort of lingering. There's a teeny tiny There are 2 teeny tiny peppers on there, so I'm gonna leave it alone for now. But eventually it will get pulled up. And here's the white zinnia. I pulled off a lot of the branches and things. So this is what's left. Believe it or not, I still saw a few bees out here, so I don't know how they're still around, but I didn't want to leave them. But you can see it's pretty dried up now, so I'll probably end up just pulling that too later today. Then this is the other San Marzano. it was tipping over quite a bit too, so I had to put it near the raised bed over here to kind of stand it up. And also the sun now, since like fall kind of hit, the angle of the sun doesn't really get over to like that far corner where I had it, so I kind of have to keep everything on this side of the balcony where the sun actually does shine for a good part of the day. So you can see there, like they're split. This one, I'll just get rid of that one too. See, oh, I didn't mean to pull that off, but since it came off, this one's actually good. So I'll let this just ripen off the vine. Put it in my windowsill. I don't know what that is on that one. This one looks pretty good. I'll leave that a little longer. There's some little ones. Not sure if they'll have time to grow. Here's one more. Maybe blossom in or not, but I've pruned it. This is the one I did not prune, but I've started just pruning off these leaves. They're half falling off anyway, so it's pretty easy getting all these yellow ones off. You can see how easy they're coming off. So, oh, not that one. Getting most of that. Right back. You can see where the sun is now. This was pretty much, it's kind of hard. I can't, like, it's just because of the angle, I can't get back too far, but this is sort of how the sun is. So anything lower doesn't really get the sun. Over here, it's perfect on the raised bed, but it's tough for these other plants. This is my money maker. That was super tall. She's leaning now. Oh, that part's kind of dried up. I see in the middle there. But we have a big old split tomato, or a big split, and a small tomato splits. There's another one. I mentioned before we had like a heavy rain, and it like after that, so many of these split. This one's fine, and the remainders seem to be okay. Again, I've pruned back quite a bit on this as well. Look at this. Something's still growing. And then this is the twins moneymaker. Doesn't really get sun now, so I'm thinking, and like the majority, or if not all, the tomatoes on it, oh, not that one, are split like this. So I may just kind of chop it down and call it a day. I don't think, like, just because of the lack of sun that it gets and the shape of it, it's really hard for me to move. I don't think I'm really gonna get much out of it. And there's this cluster here. This is kind of pointing over to the sun, so I'll leave those for now. And these are the latest set of carrots that I planted. I want to say it's been maybe about 3 weeks now. They seem to be doing pretty well. This was a looser soil, so I'm expecting hopefully a little bit better growth than I got from the ones that I planted along with the moneymaker tomato. And then this was an experiment that I learned a lesson from. These were sweet potatoes. Like, the eyes had kind of grown up from sweet potatoes I bought from the store. So I put those in water and they grew roots. So then I planted them in here, but they're not doing anything. So, lesson learned, that is not how you grow sweet potatoes. So, yeah, that was a lesson learned. I don't know if I have time. I may try to plant some kale in this. I don't know if I have time. I may try to plant some kale in this grow bag and see if I can get a little kale in. And then I have my other 2 empty grow bags that I never planted anything in. I think I said I was gonna try like broccoli or cauliflower. It didn't happen. So that's it, but I definitely may try kale in here. I'm gonna pull, actually, let's just pull that up. Yeah, I don't think the roots very, I don't know if the roots that much different than when I planted them. So I'll pull this one. Yeah, I don't think they did anything. And it's been like kind of constantly wet. I haven't really been watering it, but just from between the rain and then the lack of sun, I try to move it into the sun, but not very successful. So that is that. But thank you for watching another update. And if you have any suggestions, tips, let me know. I feel like I've learned quite a bit about what can and can't grow and how to grow it on a balcony. So, but again, I'm still learning, so I appreciate your tips. A lot of people gave me some good tips after my potato video, so I really appreciate it, and I'm definitely going to try to incorporate everything you guys tell me in the next grow season. But thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Sorry for the wind. Bye bye.